Yes. And welcome to Chris Sees the Internet. We're back. If this is your first time tuning in, we're brought to you by PlatformCollection.com. Go over to PlatformCollection.com right now. Support all the things we support there. We believe in them. We think you could believe in them too. Underground indie hip hop is what we specialize, but we stick around the community as a whole. So go there, find some interesting things going on. My co-host with me today, Mr. Mike Mackey, is in the house. Or actually, he's not in the house. He was supposed to be in the house, and we're going to go ahead and let him explain for himself why he's not in studio right now. It looks like you're in some sort of desert or something, Mike. What is the explanation this time for not being in studio?
Yeah, I'm in a pretty desolate location right now. Unfortunately, I had a little mishap with the time machine, and I believe it propelled me forward and also onto another planet at the same time.
Excuse me? Did you say another planet?
Yeah, I take it this is Mars, just because it's pretty red.
Okay.
And I haven't. It's kind of hard to breathe. So I'm just yeah.
I think you could probably die, Mike.
Well, I'm gonna take a look around because it's I'll bite the asterisk circumstances. It's pretty tranquil out here. It's kind of it's a nice ambiance and it's quiet and I'm gonna take some time to reflect and gather my thoughts, gather my stories.
Now, Mike, you gotta know I'm a little disappointed, right? You're supposed to be here in the studio. You're not here. What? Okay.
Yeah, now, I'll take the blame for that one. I should have read the manual. I might have dialed in the wrong number there on the pin pad, and lo and behold, here I am on the surface of Mars.
Yeah, mix up a 1 and a 0, and you're out of here.
The delicate kind of.
Mike, do you take medication at all?
I was able to bring some liquid medicine with me on the way here. Yeah, I keep a Camel pack on me at all times, just in case.
Okay, we're gonna want to look into that medication a little bit, maybe get that balanced out a little bit more. I still don't. Okay, never. You know what? Let's just go on with the show. You're in quote unquote Mars.
I believe so.
Right. No spacesuit though. Weird. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I've trained my body all the time. I watched that David Blaine interview with Joe Rogan, so
Oh, right. So you should be ready.
Me some techniques. Yeah, I'm ready. It's a little hard to breathe. I can't take a full lung of air here, but I'm okay. I'm thriving right now.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it.
A little dusty. Other than that, it's pretty
do you
good.
think maybe next week or maybe Sunday, maybe you can get back back to work? Because I'm assuming you're not working right now. This seems like you might. You even looks like you just threw on a hoodie, didn't have a shirt on. Like you maybe vacation. You got your sunglasses going.
Well, it's quite bright here. With the lack of an ozone and everything.
I bet.
Yeah, and I believe the SPF is like something like 7,000. So,
okay.
I thought it was a good idea to wear some kind of thermal, layers. I hear it gets minus 252 centigrade here at night. So I just wanted to be a little bit prepared for where I was going. Thankfully, I should be able to accurately, acclimate to the surface of Mars pretty easily. Shouldn't be difficult.
Okay. Well, and you're okay to do the show?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well, first story, man. I don't know if you've seen this. These robotic dogs. I saw this too. This was a story. I was thinking about reporting this as well. Yeah. Mike, what do we have here? I mean, these things look pretty scary, no? I think these videos have been going around on the internet, true or not, for the last few years or so, of them at least working on these dog-like. That's the best way to describe it. They are dog-like. I think they're based on dogs, or I think one of them was based on like a cheetah or a panther or something like that, right? But these are robotic dogs unveiled by the U.S. military, and now we actually have proof they're finally out there with the military. People have been talking that that's what they were going to be made for.
Mhm.
A whole other side said, no way, that's just, we're blowing it out of proportion, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, these things are truly out there now in the military. There's pictures came out today. In fact, I think this is an older version that we're seeing right here, the Boston Dynamics. This is an older, kind of clunkier version. These things run now. They jump.
Yeah, they have all-terrain, right? And I believe, remember when DARPA unveiled some of their prototypes?
Yes.
A few years ago. They definitely, they were attached to secondary power sources and other things like that. It looks like right now they're completely autonomous and can go remotely.
Yeah, and they have low-level AI. So, in fact, let me see. Hold on here. I think there's even a better picture of something that came out today. Let's see here. BBC? Is that where we were just at? Yes. CNN. Here it is. Here's a guy playing with one of them. You see now they've gotten much thinner, much more
when smoking gives you COPD,
ready for military use,
Yeah.
We're gonna see right now. This is off of CNN, so CNN can be crazy, but let's be honest, it's one of the major news outlets in the world. It's finally breaking it, and it's weird that they choose now, right, to kind of unveil that.
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be a bigger deal at some time. Remember when these things would have been a really big deal, Mike? You know what I mean? And now they're just not. Yeah, here they are, robot dogs. U.S. Air Force are the first ones to have them. So they're finally in the hand. Boston Dynamics has finally turned them over to the U.S. military.
Unfortunately, are still susceptible to fleas, though. Yeah.
Still, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think they wouldn't have that problem.
Yeah, you still literally.
Ma says the guy who's
scratch
on
a couple circuits from under the collar there.
Yeah. I could see that.
It chase its tail at.
What do you do, Mike? You're out on the street.
Speed.
You're out on the street. One of these things starts coming after you. I feel like I could probably take it.
At this point, who's walking who, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? I imagine it's.
I could wrestle this thing to the ground and beat it in a contest of fisticuffs. I'd like to say
it's double, quadruple jointed.
Yeah, so it can't turn over really. Advanced battle management system, but yeah, man, that's scary. It seems as every day that goes by, we're a little more and more into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Especially when crazy stuff like this is happening. I don't know if you saw this. Travis Scott, he dropped some McDonald's themed merchandise, including, mind you, a $90 chicken McNugget pillow, which, by the way, looks pretty cool, man. That's it. That's not an actual nugget.
It's $90.
It's $90.
But McDonald's sells, you can get 4 for like $1.50.
Right, of real nuggets. This nugget is just very big, and you can lay on it.
Yeah, but you can't dunk it in sweet and sour sauce.
No, you can't. I see where you're going with it. But I definitely would think that maybe. I love chicken.
You think it's smooth, or you think it's coarse?
I hope it's exactly like a chicken nugget.
Like a chicken nugget.
Yeah, I want to wake up fully glazed
full of grease.
With grease. Yeah. But yeah, Scott, this is another in a long line. I don't know if people who don't may not be aware of this, but what people might look at this and go, "Oh, this is what a weird little thing."
Geico is giving new and current customers a 15%.
What this actually is this is in a long line of artists making a ploy to assure that they have a number one spot when their album drops. So recently, Billboard magazine has started to allow artists to do package deals when they sell their project. Right, yeah. So you can, for instance, like when Travis Scott was married to Kylie Jenner, if you bought his album, you'd get like, some makeup from Kylie or something like that. Or you'd buy Kylie's makeup and it would come with a CD, and a portion of those sales would count towards the sale of the CD. And then that would boost his numbers. And then, so that's kind of what he's done here. Apparently they've kind of made it look like he's helping McDonald's out, but the reality is when he gets ready to drop a record, it's going to be incorporated with something having to do with McDonald's, which I don't know, man. It makes me kind of sad. I feel almost as if that's we finally hit an all-time low in the music business. Like when McDonald's is, say, like they drop you get a CD and a Happy Meal. That's not fair. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean that Travis Scott sold 1 million records. 1 million people bought Happy Meals. But yeah, that counts towards that. And people are doing
think this is a ploy to kind of solidify his number one spot when it comes
absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to make this thing. He doesn't need it. It doesn't. I mean, it's very. I don't know how much more corporate you can get. Yeah. Right. Especially in this time right now, of social unrest. I'm not sure. It just seems like a very. It's not a good move. I don't like it.
Well, I got to give him one thing.
But get your money, Travis.
When you unzip the chicken nugget pillow,
yes,
it's going to still have white meat in the middle. Because your pillow.
Yes,
it's going to be white.
And that makes you happy.
If that's not cross branding right there,
Gotcha.
But that just solidifies the chicken nugget and its whole sub. That's interesting.
Okay, we're just gonna let you sit in that for a little bit. You're just gonna sit there and take that in. What's behind you there, Mike? Looks like you've made your way to some sort of contraption or vehicle.
It looks like I stumbled here upon one of the Mars rovers. Fortunately, so this might be my ticket home. Let's see if I can hack in and communicate with the powers that be back on old Earth there, and I'm gonna see what I can do about getting rescue mission here on the surface of Mars. Trained as I am, my diaphragm's getting a little tired, and I want to just relish in the bask in the.
So you realize that Mars rover can't fly, right? Like you can't just like drive that home.
Yeah, I think it has Wi-Fi though, so I might just log into my Facebook or something.
Gotcha.
Maybe Twitter. I'm just gonna go tweet. I got it. I'm gonna tweet Elon Musk. And I'm going to see what he can do. Just say, hey, urgent message. I'm on Mars. I'll see if I can I'll allow, accept permission so that I could utilize the rover's camera, take a picture, so that way I could, send it out. So I can get Elon Musk to bring me home.
That's, I'm hoping for the best. It's worrying me, though, Mike. We talked about this, about you taking your job a little more serious, and
Well, I'll put urgent. It's a serious matter. I'll let them know it's
right. Hashtag urgent or something like that, at least. Okay. So, Mike, I think this next story is well on its way to possibly being one of the biggest stories of the decade.
I think I know where you're going with this one.
So recently, and I watched it. I want to give this gentleman some props because I do watch his site from time. He goes by Dutch Sense. Has 409,000 subscribers. So this is the way let me give you a little background. Like I found out about Dutch Sense because he's one of the leading earthquake watchers on YouTube. So basically, you'll see his technology that he uses here. And it's a globe that shows all the earthquakes that are happening in real time around the world. And this you can download this software so everyone can have it. This is well known, especially for geographers and stuff like that. So that's how I found him. However, 2 days ago, he starts to trend a little bit because as he's just combing the globe, and then this is what he does. He finds out anything that pops up. It's a very informative thing, but by no means has he ever covered something like what he ended up covering. Yes. Yeah. Or just even in this, he's not a conspiracy guy. He's not one of those types of guys. He's he's just a geologist.
Seismologist, right? He's a seismologist.
Yep.
And
that's all he does. And he's gotten really good at it, has a good following. And then, so yesterday, he comes across an anomaly on one of his things. So what you're looking at now is, I believe, the infrared. It's particle infrared, in fact. So it only shows the heat signatures on the coast of California. That's what you're looking at right now. And if you look right around here where I have the mouse at, where you're going to see something pop up right now. This is super interesting, scary. I don't know what the implications of this could be, but it's concerning. So let's see here. It starts to come about here. He's raising, and what he did is he raised it was almost kind of hidden by the contrast, and there you go. If you see this, there's a red line coming out of this fire or coming towards this fire. That should literally not be there. There is no way for this to be there unless it's really there. And what it does, it's apparently, I mean, I don't know what it is. It looks like a laser to me. It looks like a laser. He's saying that most likely what it is it's an infrared beam. Because that's the only thing that would have shown up, other than the fires on this screen. And it appeared over an hour's time, so it wasn't a glitch. It would phase in and out. He searched it on other maps. I mean, this guy was going nuts on this stuff because he just couldn't understand what he was looking at. He actually thought it was some sort of like Russian engineering thing happening, Russian weather engineering thing. But yeah, this thing just appears. Let me see if I can get a little bit of this.
Those locations correlate to where the fires have
the clouds are passing
centralized.
through and
yes, and so it's, in fact, I mean, not by a little bit, Mike, what you're saying, by like almost perfectly aligns. So it's coming from up here in Oregon. They have it zeroed down to some national park. It's coming out of a national park where there's a volcano, by the way, an active volcano. But it's coming out of a national park and it's going down into the various fires, and it's moved a couple times. This one you'll see goes right down into this fire. And if you watch it, Mike, when it comes on, right? When it comes on, you can see the fire flare up a little bit more. You see how it starts to become a little more active around as it hits. And they're thinking this is literally the first proof that a civilian has gotten that the government is using directed energy weapons.
Yeah.
So
this is a big story that unfortunately, I'm sorry, it's not breaking. It should be breaking everywhere worldwide.
Yeah. I feel actually, it's weird. I mean, and shout out once again to Dutch Synths. It's right there on the screen. I'm subscribing. I don't know why I had it. Subscribe to him. But also, if you're listening to us, Dutch Synths, pack your bags and get the fuck out of town, man. Like, I don't think you should have. If this is real. And so apparently the latest, and let me see if I can find it here. His latest post said,
at the least he needs to turn off his location on his phone.
Yes, yes. They got to be looking. 2 nights happened 2 nights in a row. It's still continuing now. He was losing his mind, though, when he was talking about this. Let me try to get a little bit of audio in here.
See what the deal is. We got some kind of ray.
He thought it was some sort of ray, or that's how he was describing it at first. I'm turning on these subtitles for Mikey here. Let's see.
I would like to see a cross-reference of satellites over the area. Or I mean, I wonder if they have hidden satellites.
Like if other satellites are picking it up.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Some kind.
I've heard of these. I've seen videos of these. That's a pretty conclusive because it comes from an independent source. It has really an unbiased angle here. But
check out these. Check out this. We got to play with some of this. We got to get this program. This program's apparently free. But check this out. Look at the detail of the fire you get. You even get this moving smoke. He's using OBS too. Shout out to him.
I don't know what it is. Some kind of rays.
Check this out. Look at that. He gets. So he'll just click on California, and you can actually see the fires here. These are all fires.
And we're looking at the natural color.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of these other, some of the demonstrations of prototypes for the direct energy weapons.
Yeah.
And this is just telling that this is coming up from a civilian. It's definitely, he doesn't have any angle really
going down
to
there's no doubt about it.
Or false. I mean, he's a scientist. He understands how this is quite an anomaly. The fact that they correlate to the fires, it's very interesting.
Yeah, and so on the first day, actually, one of the, like I said, one of the really super interesting things about it was that it seems to be pointing right into one of the fires. It appeared hours later. And had shifted, and so the latest update, if you guys go check, if you guys follow his page, he's updating in real time on YouTube right now. His latest update, he said that he logged back on to try to find it. And in fact, here it is moved. In fact, it's coming from the same source, by the way. But now it's shifted off the West Coast, and it goes through these two fires up here on top, and then just kind of disappears off the West Coast. So it moved from this fire, came up to this fire, then went up to these two fires. And now, mind you, remember, they're telling us at least the majority of the fires here in California were started by a baby reveal, right?
A gender reveal.
A gender reveal, right? Just another thing to make us want to stay home and slap us on the hands of like, you bad humans, you need to stay home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do we think about this, Mike? This is I think this is a huge story.
Yeah, I've seen some of this other technology that's been used in they've had some footage from the Middle East that they've used. I believe there are direct energy weapons or even rods. They use some of these satellite imaging, satellite controlled and tracked, and they could send out these high energy kind of frequency. They have a lot of weapons like that they've been researching and developing for decades. So if they're deliberately causing these fires in such a tremendous way, or at least igniting starting the ignition, because they're taking advantage of the Santa Anas and the climate right now.
Yeah, right. Perfect cover. It's like a perfect cover.
Yeah, it is fire season. But this is on record now. It's the worst fire season we've had. 35 years, something like that, and it just seems like it's getting worse by the day. It'd be nice to find an explanation for that video, because this guy seems to got something on, that's unexplained.
Look at that thing, man. What the hell could be causing it? And obviously he said, like, he's no expert on this. He simply knows how the science works. Exactly. And how this is simply not possible unless it's actually there. Oh, and so I keep getting off track, but the update was that he went back on there, right? And what the USGA had actually tried to do was put a black strip over the area, digital black strip, which he easily eliminated once he fucked with the contrast and stuff, because you just can't get rid of it it would take too long. They would literally have to program that satellite not to pick that up. So it was try to do a quick fix. So they are paying attention. And obviously they're paying attention to us. So now it's worldwide news. I hope we're helping the situation and not making it worse for
Well, you know,
gentleman.
like how they've been able to, like, I think it's in the Arab Emirates, right? They can control the weather.
Yes.
They do cloud seeding and things like that.
But what do you think this about the fires? Do you think this could be causing the fires? Do you think it's maybe they're using it as a test, as a cover? There's already fires, so let's go ahead and shoot it into the fires. It's, you know, it's a good way for us to test it. You know,
it's very interesting. I would like to see what, you know, somebody needs to audit the HARP up in that area, and, you know, see what kind of satellites and secret satellites are flying overhead.
Well, I'm sure the internet, our friends on the internet are probably swarming this area right now. But I want to send you there, Mike. I want to send you there next week. I need you to get back from Mars as soon as possible. Because obviously this could be the story of our life right here.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm 5.6 million light years away, so
sure.
You know, hopefully
it's gonna take a couple hours.
Hopefully I got my tweet out to Elon Musk and see about a retrieval.
Oh, did you get it out already?
I hit send.
Can you read it? Can you read us the tweet? Would you mind sharing it? Because I know you guys have a personal relationship. What did you?
Oh, it's in binary. You wouldn't be able to.
Just ones and zeros. Just ones and zeros.
Just ones and zeros. Yeah.
Okay.
Just, you know, type it up
well, you, Mike, were saying the UFO stuff has slowed down, and so that made me upset. I had to look into this. Yes, why is that happening? And lo and behold, what did I find? Right in our very own backyard. You and I are in San Diego right now during this quarantine. This just happened, Mike. People are saying this literally could be the best evidence of a UFO ever. They thought it might have been a balloon at first. So this guy he's very smart guy, by the way. Didn't lose his shit. Stayed in the game. Stayed focused. Probably a listener of Chris Sees the Internet.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what we need. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, and so once they enhance the picture, what you can see now is way more detail. He was smart enough to snap and take video and zoom in, try to really steady his camera. And if you could see right here, these are two. Apparently, there's 3 antenna. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Yeah, you can see them right there starting to appear a little bit. And let's play. Let's let this play.
Interesting. Does it say Travis Scott on it?
No. Look at this picture, Mike.
He's trying
look
to
at
get
this
#1 album here. Wow.
That's pretty interesting, right?
It looks like a sphere, huh?
This is they used AI enhancement. Gamers, shout out to Gamers Gen. And you know they're able to do that now. And what all that does is fill in the pixels for people who don't understand what that is. When you see a blurry picture, it's because things called pixels are used to make these images, and there's a limited amount. So the bigger you make it, the blurrier it gets because the pixels get stretched out. But what an AI program does is fills in all those pixels with millions more pixels. And man, this was pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
It was out there for a while. They thought it might have been these HARP balloons. But obviously
HARP strikes again here.
Yeah, but obviously this thing kind of was moving on its own. Various videos of it, by the way. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
And so,
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, it stood up to all the tests as far as people trying to debunk it. And
wow, look at that.
Yeah, and so apparently while it's flying, the guy who was taking it said the 2 on top are moving kind of wildly, like as if you were he described it as if it was swinging its arms. These things are moving wildly, and this is kind of steadying it. So who knows, man? Who knows what we're looking at here?
That thing.
Very weird, though, right? Very weird.
Yeah.
Especially this area right here, right? That seems like
vents.
Yeah, seems
Windows,
like
maybe.
Yeah, seems like it would be unnecessary, right? For like a military thing to just put that in there. Like, I don't know.
Very interesting. Maybe.
Yeah, but I had to dive in because I know you were starting to lose hope.
Yeah.
But right here in our backyard, Mike, a few miles away from us.
Yeah.
right here up the coast in San Diego. So who knows? I don't know if you've seen this. You were just talking about this a little bit before you came on. Oh wait, that's
San Diego Sphere. Interesting.
Yeah. Here
cool. So we have a UFO named after us. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think that can only be attributed to the success of Chrissy's Internet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the number one show in America, doesn't just happen, Mike. We had to work at this. I don't know if you've seen these images. I was just kind of blown away by these things. Check this out.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
This is not a movie. This is our own backyard right now.
Yeah, look at this. This is you were just talking about this before you came on about how apocalyptic it looks, and this is the Bay Area, obviously really getting ravaged by these fires. But man, look at that. Mike, so there's social unrest going on. There's riots. We got a crazy president.
Hurricanes.
There's hurricanes. There's UFOs. There's I don't know if you saw this. I think it was Ohio or so. It had like record heat, and then the next day they had like record cold.
No? Yeah. What's up with that, huh?
I mean, is this the apocalypse? Are we in it? Because it really starting to feel like that a little bit, right?
Well, I've read a story that our magnetic north moved by a few degrees.
I actually heard that too. I actually did.
I'd be interested if some of these, a lot of these weather because a lot of these phenomena right now are happening are weather based,
right?
They're natural. So it'd be interesting if outside of maybe like the California laser fires,
yeah.
But it'd be interested to see if there's some kind of correlation between the two. And that they essentially did say that a minor shift in the degrees would cause some significant change.
Just a very little shift.
I believe it's moved 4 to 6 degrees, and I believe like just a movement of 1 to 2 can cause significant change. So I'd be interested to see if a lot of this ramps up.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, but it's very scary. It's hard to get used to. You wake up in the morning and the sky's blotted out. It's orange.
Yeah, there's just if you're in San Diego or in like Southern California, what we have is just kind of this yellowish tint to everything. That's a pretty good way to describe it, I would say. It just looks like everything's kind of has like a yellow tint to it. But look at that! Wow, yeah. I don't know, Mike. What's going on here? I mean, you're deep in these mysteries. You travel the world chasing down these anomalies. From what you've seen, should we be scared?
I don't necessarily know if fear would be the answer, but it's definitely interesting times that we live in, and
I mean, China has a lightning weapon, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, what? I mean, come on. It feels like things are falling apart.
Speaking of lightning weapon, I got to give a big shout out to my man here, Elon Musk.
Holy, that's Elon Musk.
That's Elon Musk. You shall receive. He's celebrating with the crew over here. Another successful landing on Mars. They were able to pick me up. I was able to shoot shotgun. And we head right back to Earth. Now we're just chilling right now at SpaceX. Yeah, so it's pretty cool, man. We're all having a good time right now.
So you're back on Earth?
Oh yeah.
And you're right at SpaceX, right here in LA, right there now.
Oh yeah.
And you're just hanging out and you're just partying.
Oh yeah, we're just partying, man. It was successful. We were popping champagne.
Mike,
we get a lot of high fives.
Mike, I think we just had a talk about you being a little more responsible. You weren't even supposed to be on Mars, Mike, right?
Yeah. It was quite unexpected. They just happened to be in the area, so it was kind of win-win. A win-win. A win-win, as I like to say. A big shout out again. To my homeboy Elon Musk.
He seems very excited. He seems very excited.
The whole journalistic.
Is he okay?
Yeah, they're great. Ever since I used that time machine, time has been a little,
wonky
here and there.
Yeah,
so it's a little wonky. It'll work itself out naturally.
Okay. Okay,
Good news
but
is I'm back. I'm back in California.
I'm super happy about that. We're gonna work on this though, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get. I got your word. Chris
Now
sees
that I'm
the
in
internet.
California, I can go cover some of these wildfires. Some of the other stories that are.
Yeah, let's get to the bottom of that laser. But there is a Chinese lightning weapon. Is this what you're showing me here? This is not a movie. This is a huge explosion in China actually happened. Holy shit! What is this? What am I looking at here?
Yeah,
wow.
I wonder how those fires started, huh?
Wow. It seems like another culprit here, huh? Let's see.
Yeah.
This looks like special effects, but it isn't. The huge explosion was captured on film for real after lightning struck a power line in Shanghai, northeastern China. Apparently, no one was injured. People think that it might be a weapon, though. No, I got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take that news as a grain of salt. I don't think China's gonna outright say, "Yeah, we were testing some of our weapons in your area." And,
yeah, let's look at that
didn't
again.
see
Oh yeah, look at that! Wow. It doesn't look like a power line going.
Doesn't look like a power line to me.
It actually looked like some things got evaporated right there. Wow, that building really took the brunt of it.
That doesn't look like any lightning strike I've ever seen.
And the rest of the world can't get into China to figure if it's real or not. Yeah. So I guess they don't really have much to worry about.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
very
interesting. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Operation Mockingbird. I know a little bit about this. This goes along with the long chain of conspiracies that you're trying to get to the bottom of, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, of course, that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes. So they were planting stories, huh? Controlling the media, having plants. Yeah, I got it. It funded student and cultural organizations and magazines as front organizations. Yeah, I've actually heard about this too. One of them, I remember hearing about many. There were some reports that they made up Mecha, right? Like, which was the Mexican American Chicano Association, which is in a bunch of high schools and colleges. That was one of them. There was even people said they started the Brown Berets, infiltrated the Black Panthers. Let's see. According to the author, Deborah Davis, Operation Mockingbird recruited leading American journalists into a propaganda network and influenced the operations of front groups. CIA support of front groups was exposed when a 1967 Ramparts magazine article reported that the National Student Association received funding from the CIA. In 1975, Church Committee congressional investigations revealed agency connections with journalists and civic groups. None of the reports, however, mentioned by name Operation Mockingbird, but we all know how that goes. They try to keep it under. What do you think about this, Mike? Is this real?
Yeah, I think now they don't just outright and write the check and put CIA on it, right? I think they use organizations, certain
right.
Political action committees, things like that.
Well, I didn't want to say this. I mean, but since you're there, and we're all about the scoop, you could turn around and ask your friend there. He has been accused himself, Mike. How do you answer to this, Mike? He has been accused himself of possibly being a CIA front. We're fair and honest here, Mike. Turn around and ask him the question.
Oh, you got it. Hey, Elon, are you in the CIA? No comment, Chris.
Wow. Yeah. Suspect, Mike.
I'm going to see if I can probe that a little bit harder.
That's pretty suspect.
I think he's being a little coy, a little tight-lipped, so to speak.
Yeah, it seems like he's probably smoking on that devil's grass that he likes to smoke on.
That devil's lettuce. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Once space and time kind of equalizes again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're still in the game. You're not letting anything slide by you. So I've actually heard it going this far. I've heard this on a few different occasions from a few different interviews. That there is not a news agency in the world that doesn't have some sort of FBI or CIA informant within it. I've heard it's that vast.
Oh, I would imagine so.
And it's pretty much how we get our talking points for, because as you guys know, we're a major news network, and the Democrats and Republicans try to send us talking points all day, and you know what we do with them? Nothing.
Yeah.
We throw them up, we throw them out of the door, we throw them out of the window.
We got a little wastebasket that says fake news, and we just toss it right in.
And we toss it right in. But yeah, that's how they apparently explain that in this Project Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Seems like it was a full-on operation to infiltrate America's media. And I mean, it would be kind of hard. We'd be kind of naive, right, Mike, to think that they haven't done that already. I mean, there is no other show telling the truth except ours. And we had to force our way onto the market, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think they've gotten to all of them. And I hope, Mike, I'm just going to say this. I hope now that you're hanging out with your new friends, Fancy or Schmancy over there, I didn't even get an invite. Yeah, I would think that, I hope that nobody tries to get into your pocket, and, you know, control what you're saying, Mike.
I'm filled with nothing but journalistic integrity.
Okay, we're depending on you.
I am uncorruptible, okay?
Got you. Okay. Because we are depending on that, Mike. There's millions of people watching right now that I'm sure are almost in tears just to see you there with that gentleman. But we're taking your word for it that he's on the up and up. Yeah. So what do we have here, Mike? A Bermuda Triangle Flight 19, the Lost Patrol from Fort Lauderdale. I'm very aware of this. A whole patrol disappeared, right over the Bermuda Triangle. One of many. This is one of the more famous stories, though. Completely lost to the ocean. People say this thing just went down, though, man. There's a lot of people saying that Bermuda Triangle, Schmiangle.